Charles, I got a lot of communications from people who were extremely disappointed on Sunday. I think it might have been maybe not the only time, but certainly one of the only, if not the first time ever, that we had just to completely ditch a show due to technical failures, and it was a very troubling sequence of failures. The system I have put together in this hotel has been thoroughly tested last night and was working very well. I tested streaming out. I tested having Zoom callers join me. No problem whatsoever. I was getting 175 megabits per second last night. This morning it's down to 0.2.
That's
I
not
can't
good.
explain how that happened, but it's not good. And I appreciate your patience in waiting with me. You're being very polite. But what we're going to do right now is a little different than normal. There's a number of things that we want to discuss that are definitely outside the bounds of what YouTube will allow. I also want to send a message. I have no evidence that these disruptions were anything other than a remarkable sequence of coincidences, which can occur when you're trying to set up complicated computer things. But just in case there is any outside involvement, when these type of huge disruptions occur, I like to send a message to those who would attempt to disrupt this show and let them know that these efforts are only going to make Crowdsource the Truth and Charles Ortella's Closing In or Sunday with Charles or whatever show you're trying to disrupt. It's only going to make it stronger. And the way that's going to happen is it's going to motivate viewers to become viewer sponsors on subscribestar.com/crowdsourcethetruth and patreon.com/crowdsourcethetruth. Today's episode of Charles Ortell is Closing In is going to take place in the First Amendment Forum so that Charles will be able to freely express his opinions, his insights, his frustrations with the completely incompetent Joe Biden administration. And I don't mean to be speaking for you, Charles, but I know you're chomping at the bit to do this. So I'll ask everybody to join us. We're gonna start in just about 10 minutes, so 15 minutes after this clip airs, and I hope that people will join us on Subscribestar and Patreon. And Charles, before we go there, if there's anything you'd like to say, please feel free.
I think this is great progress. Travel safely and think positively, because I think with luck, the days of the Joe Biden regime are numbered.
Yeah, and there's a lot of other stuff that we want to talk about as well. People have been following this Elon Musk drama, saga with Twitter, everything that's going on in Ukraine, gas prices, OPEC plus, etc. So please join us, everyone. We're going to be starting in just a few minutes. Charles Ortell in the First Amendment Forum. Hopefully when Elon Musk takes over Twitter, we'll get the First Amendment back over there. But for now, we really can only access it in this opt-in, sponsor-exclusive format. So please join us on subscribestar.com and patreon.com/crowdsourcethetruth. We'll be there in just a few minutes. Sorry for all these delays, and thanks so much to the viewer sponsors who make every episode of Crowdsource the Truth possible. See everybody.